in each of these steps every time consistently. And if we learn how to do that, and we do that each and every time, then we're going to get the big R word, which is repeat work. And nobody wants to build just one store for one retailer. The investment in marketing and sales is way too great. The investment to initially bid that project is way too great. The investment to go out there and construct that project just one time is way too great. We can maximize our efficiency, we can maximize our effectiveness by doing repeat work. And it's that repeat work that's our ultimate mission. That's what we're out there to get. Because remember, I told you a year ago, nobody here, we don't build stores for free, we don't build stores for fun, we don't build stores for practice. We've all had all the fun, all the practice, and all the freebies we need in a lifetime. We do them to make money. We do them to make profit. We do them to be successful. We do them to be the best retail contractor. That's why we build stores. Okay, I told you we were going to play a game. And a game wouldn't be any fun unless there was some rewards for that game, right? And I know that this won't be anywhere near the $1 million that Mr. Colley paid for Superintendent of the Year, okay, or Project Manager of the Year. However, I have a handful of real live cash. And here's how this game is going to be played. This is your website. This is all the accurate information that's been placed there by all of you good folks for the last year. What we're interested in is how many things did we do in the form of the standardized formats like daily reports, job photos, short-term schedules, long-term schedules. How well did we do? How consistent was our performance? Because we agreed a year ago that that S and that C was going to equal that repeat work. In terms of documentation, we want to eliminate all assumptions. We want to make it easy for the guy reading the document. Don't make him figure out anything. If he's got to compare daily reports and photographs and documents and piece things together, then the documentation is inadequate. We want the documentation to be absolutely crystal clear what occurred on that. Short-term schedules can be done the exact same way. If you've built a lot of one particular client's stores, if you have a master schedule that we're going to go back and edit and tweak, if another superintendent has created 10 5-day look-aheads for a 10-week period of time, how significantly different do you think those 10 are going to be? So this data is stored. Somebody could go retrieve that. Instead of a new superintendent reinventing the wheel, he could say, okay, wait a second. You built one of these last year, and here's what he did the first 5 days, and the second 5 days, and the next 5 days, and you could edit or tweak that a little bit as opposed to recreating everything yourself. So we're talking about the consistency allows us to not reinvent the wheel. And starting with something is always a whole lot faster than starting with nothing and doing it the very first time. So remember, when we do repeat work, okay, the R word, after you do it a number of times, we can increase our efficiency, we can increase our effectiveness. Absolutely. And we're going to talk about quality control this afternoon, and one of the issues in quality control is for us to be able to determine what that client's expectations are, and how better than from previous stores that we've done. How better from previous information that he's given us and told us the things that are particular to him, the things that are important to him. So we take the guessing right out of it. You know, the conclusion of a project is never a guessing game if we've done it right. I mean, we know what the guy expects. When he walks in the door, all we're going to demonstrate if we've done it right is that we met his expectations. That's what it's all about. And I promise I won't inundate you with the alphabet, but why is all this stuff important? Why did I give you all those letters? Because of an A letter. And let me tell you what the A letter is. This is our ability to anticipate. This is a huge word, the ability to anticipate. In risk management, to be able to anticipate what could occur is invaluable. Okay? For us to anticipate what that owner expects, all these short-term schedules let a superintendent anticipate the problems in advance so you're proactive, not reactive. Okay? Long-term schedules, the creating of the master at the beginning, that lets a project manager anticipate what's going to occur. It gives us a roadmap, a starting point. Okay? We got to keep things organized. We got to keep things in order. We got to keep things moving. And again, we got to try to get 90% under control and in an orderly fashion, because we know there's 10% crisis we have to deal with. And there's always going to be 10, but what we can't let is the 10 overrule the 90. If we get 90% crisis and 10% organization, we're going to be in crisis mode and firefighting every single day and every single night of our lives. Now, I've been there. Okay, I got that t-shirt and I don't want it again. Okay, and I think probably everybody in the room at one time or another for different reasons has been there. And that's a tough way to make a living, guys. This is a hard job to begin with. Let's don't make it any harder. All right? I think we've looked at the website enough. Joe, thank you very much for your assistance. I appreciate that expertise. Now, the next exercise we're going to do, I told you that we eliminated short-term schedules from this, and I told you that it was an Easter egg hunt. When we went to look, we didn't find some. We found just a few that were shown up there a minute ago. So we're going to do a little group exercise. Total quality control is what I'm talking about. 2QC, TQC, total quality control, the experts call it. It's just company quality control program. That's all it is in layman's terms. And it's at every level of the company. And these are specific things that you and I can do each and every day with every task that we take on that will help improve the quality control. Now, if we were good at that and we did all those things, what do you think that does for the corporate health and the character of a company? And remember, I told you earlier today, I never ask a question I don't know the answer to, okay? What do you think it does? It's obvious, is it not? It'll be a healthy company. It'll be a strong company. The corporate culture will be strong. That's what happens. Number two, what do you think the combined efforts of all the employees in all of the departments does for the confidence level of your customers? When they hear the same song and the same message, the same level of confidence, the same quality performance from everybody, from the superintendent in the field to the project manager in the office, to the accounting department when they talk to them, to the receptionist on the telephone, to Gene when they talk to him. What do you think it does for the level of confidence of that client? That confidence level goes way up. Statistically, it increases more than twofold. Sometimes a buyer just dies of natural death and he's no longer there to buy anything, so he's gone. Okay, there could be lots of different reasons that a guy doesn't buy from you anymore. But you know what? All of those reasons combined, all of those reasons combined statistically, there's one reason that outweighs all of them collectively, why a buyer quits. And it's an attitude of indifference. If you don't remember anything else, remember attitude of indifference. Now I want you to think about it. Back to your favorite restaurant, back to your favorite drugstore, back to your favorite dry cleaners, the places that you go. Why do you go back there? You go back there because they have an attitude that they like you, they respect you, they treat you with courtesy, they make you comfortable. You buy their product and services for that reason. And where do you not go? You don't go somewhere where they have an attitude that quite candidly is a I don't give a damn attitude.